Alright, what's up gamers? So, welcome back I suppose. The way I want to start this out is go ahead and unlock Black Mage and, or I guess unlock Thaumaturge, but uh, unlock Thaumaturge and then get it to the level where I can begin doing roulettes with it, or at least doing dungeons with it. Because that's the main job I really want to play, mostly because it's my it's the job that I've enjoyed the most playing. But if any other content that I really want to do appears while I'm in the process of doing this, then I'll go ahead and do it on Summoner. And because I don't want to waste the dailies that I could be doing by just not doing them. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and unlock Black Mage and then do the job hunts to get job hunt collection log. What I keep forgetting what this is called. It's called hunting log to get it to level 15. Just to be able to queue for leveling roulette. Oh, I should probably also unlock frontline while I'm at it. Just to get the return out of that as well. Doing expert delivery, I have gotten my Grand Company, or I got enough Grand Company seals to level up in the Grand Company. So we're now Sergeant Servant 3rd class, I believe. 1st class, the Servant Sergeant 1st class. This is really funny. I forgot that I had Thaumaturge on my main account. I have my help bars set up to be like emote bars. So I switched to Thaumaturge and they're just emotes. Alright, I now have level 15 Thaumaturge. So I'm gonna go do that job quest and then I'll go do leveling roulette. And then I don't know if I want to spam Sastasha to continue leveling this after this or work on Blue Mage stuff. Figure that out whenever I get there. Alright, I've gotten the job quest done, so I have Scathe now. So I believe it is time to do Sastasha. Leveling roulette and then Sastasha. Alright, that went... It went like Sastasha. I'm gonna go do that job quest and then probably unlock frontline just so I can do frontline roulette. Because that's like half a level for free every day. Oh, we actually cannot do frontline on a free trial account. I did not know that. It's interesting. I wonder if that's to like discourage multi-boxing in free trial or something. It's definitely pretty interesting. But yeah, no PvP allowed. Dang. Alright, I decided to just kind of spam duty support queues to hurry up and level my Black Mage since that is the job that I want to play the most. And I've actually got Black Mage now, and not no longer Thaumaturge, so that's cool. I don't intend on doing this with any other job, but with Black Mage specifically, it's just the job that I want to play the most, because it's the job that I enjoy playing the most, so I honestly should have just done it like MSQ on it, but here we are. I forgot. I didn't forget. I thought that it would be smarter to do Summoner, but yeah. The thing is I want to get it leveled so that I can do start working on my Eureka Relic with it before I actually start doing that grind. On the bright side, we're already level 30, so that's cool. But yeah, I got Black Mage instead of Thaumaturge. I'm gonna keep going at it. So I'm really confused, because I googled if you could do front lines because I didn't see the quest initially, but then I realized that there was another quest that I thought I saw on the list. And I looked at Trial of Fantasy, and it has PvP achievements in the list of achievements you can get. But then the Final Fantasy XIV official site says you can't do PvP on free trial. But I just went and unlocked Frontline. Okay, so you can't do Frontline. You can unlock it, but you can't do it. Okay. So I don't know why Trial of Fantasy has it listed on there, if I can't do it on free trial. But that's okay. It's really strange. I don't know why it even lets you do the quest if you can't do it. Okay. So I've gotten my Black Mage 250. I'm just spamming duty support over and over. So I can officially go into a lot of the roulettes now. Actually, I could do like all the roulettes, which was kind of the plan. Except maybe not high. Well, it might be good to get the tombstones either way. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do all of them. I guess I'll start with ILevel dungeon first, and then move on to the other ones, because this is the one that I'm not looking forward to the most. Before I do that, actually, I want to go figure out what it requires for me to get my next Grand Company rank, so I can turn in more stuff without wasting more seals. Also, I need more Glamour Prisms anyway, and I don't want to spend things on Glamour Prisms unless I've already got a bunch of Grand Company ranks. I believe this is unlocking Dismal Darkhold. I think that's what it is. Which is good, that'll be like some good XP for us anyway, since we're just freshly level 50. I think, I'm not really certain. I'm gonna have to do both the blue quests anyway, so I might as well go ahead and do it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do Dismal Darkhold. I think I'm gonna do it with duty support again, just because it'll go faster that way. Because then I don't have to wait on like a super long queue or anything. Oh no, wait, you can't even do duty support for Dismal Darkhold, so I'm gonna just have to manually queue for it. It's okay. It's one dungeon where I have to wait for a queue. Oh no. But yeah, the NPC only has like 2 quests anyway. So probably better to just go ahead and do both of them now. Alright, that queue popped rather quickly. And it should go rather smoothly. I mean, it's just a Dismal Darkhold. Stand in the sunlight. Hit the things. Alright, that's Dismal Darkhold. Rather quick. You didn't even have to like switch spots during the first fight. The first boss fight. I forgot to make it portrait though, which kinda sucks. But it is what it is. And yes, it was the Dismal Darkhold it required. So there we go. Now Chief Serpent Sergeant. Poggers. Glamour Prisms cost a lot less than I thought, so I bought 100 of them for only like 10,000 Serpent Seals, and now we aren't capped. I need to do the next hunting log in order to continue progressing in my Grand Company rank though. So I'll probably do that at some point. Maybe next time I end up capping that I'll do that. Just to get it out of the way. Okay. We'll now do main scenario quest. I'll do these duty roulettes. Oh, I guess I have another blue quest now, so I might as well get that out of the way, and then I'll do the duty roulettes. I've unlocked Ley Lions by doing that quest, which makes sense because that's the level 52 quest, but because I only have high-level dungeon trials, main scenario, and alliance raids, and none of those are going to be at level 52. They're all going to be like level 50. Unless I do trials last and just get the 1 in like 12 chance that I get Thoughtcast Thought card. Honestly, the way I might level like all these healers and tanks is just through duty support. Because I really don't like tanking at all. I'm more comfortable on healer than I am on tank, and I still don't like healing either. Because whenever you have someone in your party that like doesn't know what they're doing and they just keep dying and like standing in every single mechanic, healing Healing can be really stressful. I much prefer playing a DPS. One thing though is I think yeah, we can do those achievements that are like clear X number of high level duties on tank. So I might have to just, well, I don't know. I think that tanking dungeons is a lot more stressful than tanking like raids and stuff, at least in my experience, because you have to like know where you're going and you have to like mid well enough on trash pulls. In raids and stuff, it's just kind of like, okay, I throw reprisal or my spread mitigation on these specific things, and then I do my personal mid on tank busters. I don't know. I honestly might just do duty support to level the tanks though. I'm really not a fan of doing dungeons on tank. Alright, that finally popped. That took a lot longer than I expected. I expected a lot of people to still be like grinding high level dungeons for the weapon, but I imagine most people that were actually grinding it are either like done already or are just doing the daily. So it makes sense, I guess. Alright, I had a quick little keeper of the lake for my duty roulette, or for my high level duty. When we got in, the healer told the tank to pull as much as he wanted, so I'm gonna give them the commendation, just because I think that's a pretty baller. Move on to the next thing. I'm not gonna say that way if they can have it. Probably gonna go ahead and do main scenario roulette next. And then I'll do alliance raid and then trial. Alright, of course I got a Praetorian for my main scenario roulette. I'm gonna spend like an hour in here. But yeah, once I get the once I get Black Mage to 70, for Red Mage I only need level 50 and level 60 gear really. And then for Blue Mage I only need level 70 gear. So once I get Black Mage to 60, or to 70, I can kind of just delete everything. Aside from the level 50, 60, 70 gear. I also grabbed Orin Vale because it's the next quest I need for the Grand Company rank. I didn't realize how few Grand Company ranks there actually are. So there's this one. And there's two more after that. After this one, they don't require any Grand Company seals either. They're just like accomplishing specific things. What is a squadron mission? Oh, they're both just kind of squadron missions, it looks like. I should do Adventure Squadron at some point. That'll give me squats too, which are very, very important emo. I know there's achievements for maxing out each Grand Company as well. Oh, I could use Adventure Squadrons to level up jobs too. I could at least level 1 while I'm grinding for them. We did a ready check for fucking Praetorium. You can see we're all here. There's like 4 people here. Oh, maybe like they're like, oh, maybe I wonder if someone fell asleep or something like that. Alright, that was the most eventful Praetorium I've ever done. It's a joke. I got another job quest, so I'm gonna do that next, and then we'll do Alliance Raider though. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do Orin Vale so I can meet all the requirements for the next Grand Company rank. Just to get that out of the way. That actually queued rather quickly. Hopefully it's a uneventful Orin Vale, but we all know Orin Vale can go downhill real quick. It looks like the first pull went well, so that's like the hardest part of Orin Vale. And now I already have this unlocked for like ARR relics and stuff like that later. There's a lot of things that require you to have a lot of these not required main scenario roulette trials. Or not trials, dungeons. Like I know the ARR relic does, Mentor does, but we aren't getting Mentor on this account. You can't do the super high level job quests on free trial, obviously. I was thinking like, oh, if I want to play with my friend that also likes playing Black Mage, I'm gonna have to switch jobs and level like a melee or something. But the thing is, if we don't have a summoner in the group, it'd be better to play like dual summoner or dual caster damage-wise at level 70. Because Summoner is really, really good at 70, and then Black Mage is also really, really good at 70 now. So like there's no problem running Dual Caster at 70. It's kind of weird because like it used to be the case where like if you brought any caster but Summoner in like Uwu and stuff, it was kind of throwing. But now that Umbral's Soul is lower level, it's just like super duper good to bring Black Mage to, from what I can tell. At least like looking at FF logs, it looks like really, really good to bring Black Mage. And Uwu is kind of the only content I know I can go off of for level 70 stuff, Uwu and Yukab, because I don't know that I can look up like synced gameplay of current Stormblood content. I don't think there's like I don't think there's a way to look up parses for that. I could be wrong. Alright, that was actually a fairly comfortable worm though. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this dungeon and on to Alliance Raid now. Alright, that's a rather quick Q pop for the Alliance Raid. Time to do a fun little crystal tower. We only got 15 more levels left. Closer to 14 more levels left, and then we'll be maxed out on this character. Or not this character, this job. I'm actually kind of excited. Because Road to 90 exists, we're like always just going to have extra XP. It would have been cool. I know this is like really, really unrealistic and kind of impossible. But it would have been cool if I could use the earring too, but obviously I can't. Can't buy Dawn Trail and keep it a free trial account at the same time. I should unlock the other Alliance raids. Oh god, I'm so bad at all of them. I understand the people that like to complain about always getting Crystal Tower, like, would like more variety in their Alliance raid or whatever. But I've always thought that, like, I'd rather get Crystal Tower than other things just because Crystal Tower takes less time. And I know, like, the people that are complaining about that in response to that would be like, oh, not everything has to be a speedrun. But the thing is that the majority of modern gaming is just like you want to accomplish things as fast as possible. The majority. At least in my experience, that's like how most people play video games. It's all about like efficiency and shit, especially in an MMO. So I don't really think saying like, ah, it doesn't have to be a speedrun is very like conducive to anything. That's just how people play games now. It's all about efficiency. Like, look at how WoW Classic is played. Or like how the majority of people play RuneScape. It's just all about games. They don't actually like sit there and just take in the ambience. It's like always, what can I do next? Okay, how efficient is this? What is the EHP or EXP from this or whatever? It was definitely a crystal tower. Undeniably. The person, okay, so there was a person that was like, ugh, why is it always Crystal Tower? And I said, you can't blame me, it's all I have unlocked on this character. And then I said, convince Square Enix to require clearing the other Alliance raids for finishing MSQ. And then you're guaranteed to get more variants. And I got no commendation after saying that. I didn't even argue and try to do the like, oh, it's more efficient, so I prefer it. Because people bitch about that, and they're like, oh, you don't have to speedrun everything. That's not how games work, which it kind of is now, but it's just I gave them an answer to the problem. Call up Yoshi P right now and tell him, oh, require people to do fucking Sunken Temple for MSQ or something. No, it's just Shiba. I don't understand how this fight is so old and yet people like fucking die to it all the time because they stand in the tank buster. It's like the one thing. I guess if they're rather new to the game, maybe they don't know. That's a mentor. They died to the tank buster. If they're rather new to the game, I'd understand like not knowing to like don't stand in front of the fucking boss. Outside of that, especially if the boss is turned this way, like it is. Outside of two different people dying to the cleave. That was a fairly swift Shiva. Alrighty. I guess I'm gonna go back to spamming dungeons for now until probably level 70. I'm probably just gonna go for it. Because we can't do frontline roulette, and I've done every other roulette. You just can't do frontlines on free trial. Kinda sucks. Oh, let me go ahead and level up my grand company as well as go do this black mage quest, and then I'll go back to spamming dungeons. Alright, and now I can spend my grand company seals on whatever I want because I've leveled up my grand company past all of the what's it called? Past all the grand company seals ones, I believe. 'Cause then there's just first Serpent Lieutenant and Serpent Captain. Let me go check that. Yeah, First Lieutenant and Captain both require other things than Grand Company seals. They look like they're squadron mission things. Oh, I should probably buy a bunch of ventures as well, so I can start running a retainer. That would be a good idea to just have a retainer running while I'm doing all this stuff. I honestly should have gotten some retainers earlier, but I just didn't. Although, I'm fairly certain we can't do quick exploration for a while. Oh, I have to be at my homeworld for that? I'll do it later. Oh yeah, I can't even manage my retainers off my homeworld. I'll do it later. Right, I've gotten an Okion. And I've also now oh, I'm almost level 57. So, I'm gonna go back to spamming dungeons and do the area till I do the vault, etc, etc. And hopefully when I come back I'll be like level 70 or something. Maybe something else will appear well where I want to do it first, but I won't regret this because this is the job that I want to play the most and I just want to get it out of the way level wise. And then past this leveling wise I'll probably just end up running like roulettes once a day for all the other jobs. Because that's rather efficient compared to this. It's just that I'll get it done more speedy this way. Alright, I've officially got Black Mage to 70 and done all of the job quests. So now I have the job that I want to play at the level that I can actually play it in current content. I think next on the chopping block is going to be finishing leveling up Blue Mage and swapping the late leveling process to just doing daily roulettes for every other job. Again, this is the only job I wanted to do this on because this is the job that I wanted to play the most. So that was the plan all along. Alright, it is another day. It is time for another set of roulettes. But I believe the next job I actually want to go ahead and start doing roulettes on is Red Mage. That way I can get all the casters out of the way in one fell swoop. So I'm gonna go unlock Red Mage really quick by doing a quest or two, and then I'm gonna do my roulettes. Great. I got my Red Mage unlocked and I've done the first 2 job quests for it. So I'm going to go ahead and queue up for some roulettes. Gonna jump in. I might just go down the list. I'll just go down the list. Delegate. I don't really like doing high level dungeon, especially at level 50, because it's just like ARR, post ARR dungeons, but screw it. I might as well get the little bit of XP from it, you know? It took a while, but my queue did finally pop. It took over 20 minutes for like the high level dungeon, which is kind of crazy. Got a funny little Keeper of the Lake. Alright, as expected, Keeper of the Lake went fine. Not about as fine as it's ever gonna go. Alright. Leveling roulette finally popped. We got Dusk Vigil. Should be good. It'll give us some extra XP. Alright, there's a big Dusk Vigil. It's already over. Nothing really went wrong. A lot of people failed the mechanic in the last fight, but realistically it didn't matter, so that's something, right? Then I got the fastest main scenario roulette, so that's kind of cool. Quick little Castrum Meridian. Right, and that was the most eventful Castrum Meridian I've ever seen in my entire life. Go do the Alliance raid, and then I got some job quests I want to do. Oh, nice. I got an achievement. Got an achievement for a lot of commendations, like 50 probably. That's probably what that is. Yeah, 50. Got the Chocobo minion. Poggers. The commendation farm's gonna be kind of crazy, actually. We're gonna be, I imagine the way you do that whenever you go to do it is just spamming under the armor, like a lot of people do to get mentor, which is just the second guild test you get. Yeah, I'm gonna queue up for the Alliance Raid roulette and then, oh, I have trials. Yeah, I'll do Alliance Raid and then trials last. And then I'm gonna go back to leveling Blue Mage. I did a bit of leveling this morning. I got up to 55, but, or 50, yeah, 57. I'm gonna get it the rest of the way to 70 so I can start collecting spells. But first I want to do these last few roulettes so I don't forget about them by the morning. And we got a World of Darkness from the Alliance Raid roulette. Poggers. Alright, we got the World of Darkness done. We got 5 levels on Red Mage today, so that's pretty cool. Oh wait, I still have Trial Roulette actually. Trial Roulette and then gotta do the job quest too. So I don't have to do it tomorrow before I do more. Go ahead and do that trial then. Alright, that popped rather quickly. Easy pop. I think after I finish leveling Blue Mage, I want to go ahead and do all of the like on-clock quests and normal raids to unlock like each Savage tier and Extreme, which is probably gonna actually take a while, but I just want to be able to jump in and do whatever I want whenever I feel like it, whenever I want to break from other grinds. This is just a short little Garuda. Alright, and that's a quick Garuda. So I'm gonna go do those job quests, and then I'm gonna go work on leveling up my Blue Mage. Hopefully get it the rest of the way to 70. Well, I just will. That shouldn't take that long. And we're now level 55 and a half. We'll probably be level 56 by the end of this. Alright, I got my job quests done. I did not get to level 50, 56 like I thought I would, but that's okay. I'm gonna go level up my Blue Mage then. Time to open up my main account just to steal threat off myself. Alright. I have now gotten Blue Mage to level 70. Before I go and start collecting the AoE spells that I want to speed up paid farming, and whatever else I said was the priority. Oh, I was gonna unlock raids and stuff, raids and trials. I think I'm actually gonna go farm Shisui of the Violet Tides while I still have both my accounts open, so that I can so I can get the glam from it, because there's some like glam that I really want from it. I just want to get the caster gear from it. I'm gonna go do that really quick and then I'll come back. I have finished up my grinding for this gear set, so that's pretty exciting. And I'm gonna go start unlocking trials and raids and all that stuff. I believe that's the next step in the grind that I want to do. That way I can join in stuff whenever it appears, rather than like having to sit and wait a bunch for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go get started on that. I believe we'll probably start with Alexander. I also might unlock the first coils just so I can jump in and go at it whenever I want, but I think for right now we'll start with Alexander. Alright, we have now unlocked Fist of the Father, so I'm gonna go Fist of Father. I should also probably like... Oops, I'm still unsyncing that. Oopsie whoopsie. Should also probably level my crafters and gatherers so I can make food and pots for myself as well. Alright, and the queue popped rather quickly. So it's time to get in there. I think this might go like Fist of the Father normally goes, maybe. Ugh, I got hit 3 times, that's unfortunate. Bump bump. Behind the pack now. Alright, and that went about as well as Alexander ever goes. Now time for Cuff of the Father. I know, revolutionary stuff here. Alright, and Cuff of the Father pop. So it's time to get in there. Alright, that went as it goes. Try to dump that shit on me. Hell no. Got up before the last person. I finicked with the setting of the recording. I mess with my in-game settings as well. But I wanted to optimize for gaming, so I think I have it all set up now and it should be fine. Hopefully. Yeah, on to the next one. And of course we've unlocked Arm of the Father now. We're queuing up for that. And that queue pop. Alright, that went as well as possible. I got the cute little dance partner. I'm gonna calm the dance, or they left before I could calm them. This is so sad. Alright, and we've got Burden of the Father now. The 4-legged beast. I think I have like 2 legs in the normal. Yeah, that went about as expected. The 4-legged beast died. In the Savage version, he has 4 legs, and each leg like adds an extra mechanic. Alright, I've got Fist of the Sun. Alright, and we are in there. That went not so great. A lot of people fucking died. But it is what it is, I guess. It happens. Alright, now Cup of the Sun. Who put the sun in cups, man? Who did it? I know one of these I'm really not looking forward to, and it's the one with like all the metal trash. That read is kinda miserable, at least in Duty Finder. I don't want to deal with the mechanic, but nobody else seems to want to deal with the mechanic either. And we are in there. One of the healers just immediately left when we got in here for some reason. Right, that went rather smoothly. The tank died on like the first pull, and then I got aggro. And then whenever I finally decided to turn the boss north, another tank grabbed it off me. And then I died because I was like sitting right where the tank was going at a very convenient time. That happens though. What can you do? Arm of the Sun. Okay, we are finally in there. Oh, this is the one where you just like run to the thing and click on it, and the hand comes down at one point. Every time I hear like a lot of the Alexander music, I'm just like, this shit goes so hard. Honestly, that's a lot of music in this game. It's not even like exclusive to Alexander. Get that one off without a hitch. Burden of the Sun now. Alright, we are in there. The sun is being burdened. There's that dead. I'm not sticking around for this one. There's no way I'm getting a calm. I said like every mechanic. I straight up forgot the mechanics of that fight. Hey, Eyes of the Creator now. I know one of these last few is the one that I'm really not looking forward to doing. But hopefully it just goes smoothly. I think it might be this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. It is this one. Yeah, it is absolutely this one. Hopefully someone else is willing to do the mechanics so I don't have to. I'll kill the thing, but I don't want to move that shit. Yeah, we wiped. We wiped because I believe the enemies, like, I don't know, something went wrong. I honestly wasn't targeting the right thing, but I don't think just me fucking something up is going to wipe us like that. I definitely could have helped though. Yeah, what do I know? Just some shitty players, so. Alright. One wipe's not that bad on that. I've seen a lot of groups wipe lots and lots and lots of times, so one wipe's not terrible. We're getting close to the end of this. Then I'll probably do the air extremes and just unlock them. Might also want to get the Stormblood extremes. Oh, air, Heavensward, and Stormblood. Not a single expansion that doesn't have extremes. So I had a bunch of tomestones from doing all this, so I spent them on a bunch of new gear. I got a bunch of augmented Skaven gear, because it's like my best in slot DPS gear for a lot of things. I think it's like half of my caster gear, because I think I want spell speed. Regardless of whether I play summoner or black mage, I want spell speed, as far as I know. And I went and got a bunch of spell speed gear. 400 earring. Then I should have a 400 ring somewhere. I got a mask too. I got a lot of gear. Maybe that's all I bought? But a ring, a coat, pants, mask, earring. So all we're missing now, or at least the tombstone gear, is hands, feet, neck, bracelet, ring. So we got like half the gear now. It's pretty cool. Pretty baller. And now I'm going to do the quests. Oh, no. I unlocked Breath of the Creator. We're doing that. No quests will be continued today. And that popped rather quickly, as expected. Oh, it's this fight with like the rollers and the things on the floor and shit. I love this fight. Deep down, I love it. It's so cool. Yep, that went swift and smooth. I got a bone stack. It is what it is. Always get a bone stack. Too good not to get a bone stack, actually. Jesus. I got so many commendations from that. Alright, and I got Heart of the Creator, which I believe is either the last one or the next to last one. Next to last one. Oh. Some of my gear's almost broken. I'm gonna go repair that really quick. And then I'll do Heart of the Creator. My gear is repaired, so now I will queue for Heart of the Creator. queued rather quickly. Makes sense. People are still grinding for their relic. I was surprised about. Oh no, this isn't 12. This is 11. Same thing. It's not like I'm gonna respect any of the mechanics anyway, so I'll learn and respect mechanics once we start doing Savage of it. But in normal mode, I don't really care. Oh, they turned airplanes into a real thing. Okay, easy. Now I think it's just 12. If I'm not mistaken. I might be misshapen, but I don't think I'm mistaken. Yeah, Solo the Creator, that is A12, the Q pop. Well, it's time for A12 normal. God, every time I hear this music, I just want to do T more. But I know that if I go back and do T, it'll never be like the same as the first time. But like 13. That's kind of the unfortunate reality is it'll never be as good. But like, God, it's just so hype, man. I fucking love T. Sonic Boom. What? Oh, my computer is lagging. I see. Sonic Boom. My game lagged a lot for some reason. Like right when time stop happened. The game didn't lag, but like my recording did. OBS just shit itself. Really? Fucking warrior one of the thing. Whatever. I didn't realize that there was one time gate open down south. So I didn't go now. Alright, and that's Soul of the Creator. Easy peasy done. Dunzo. Alright, so I've got all the Alexander raids unlocked now, which means I can go unlock Alexander Savage as well. So I might go ahead and do that just to have it there. And then probably go unlock at least some of the extreme trials. I'm probably gonna sleep soon, but I wanna unlock some of them. Alright. I believe I've unlocked every single Savage raid for Alexander just by doing the short quest where you talk to the Wandering Minstrel and then you talk to each of the gobbies. And I lied, I didn't go and unlock the extremes before I went to bed. I just went straight to bed. So, it is now 11 o'clock in the morning, which means it's reset time. So I'm gonna queue up for some of these roulettes on Red Mage and get to leveling it. And then after that, I'll go unlock the extreme trials. For our high level dungeon, we got Snowcloak. Alright, that went uneventfully. The summoner died on the last boss and he said, "Fudge, my bad," which I thought was pretty funny. Ah, fudge. Gosh dang it. Alright, and now I'm gonna queue up for leveling roulette. I went ahead and did the job quests for Red Mage, at least by level 56 one. Alright, from leveling roulette, we got a quick Copper Bell Mines. Hopefully quick. We got a few no job stone havers in here, so it could not be that quick, but hopefully quick. God, Red Mage has so much at this level. You even have AoE. Right, that went rather smoothly. The thing tried to pull too big in the room where like you go left and right and you can't pull both rooms at the same time because they de-aggro. But it went okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do main scenario reload. Get that one out of the way. Oh, it's just Praetorium. Hooray, Praetorium. Suppose it is movie time. Yeah, I think after unlocking everything, I want to go level up either, well, both my Culinarian and my Alchemist, and by doing that also level up my Gatherers so that I can make myself food and bots, so that I can actually do content without, like, kind of griefing. At least fully griefing. Obviously, even at mid-high level no echo, doing level 70 content, I'm probably not going to be doing that great. And then I also want to work on the relic weapon. Those are like the leveling crafters and gatherers, and working on the relic weapon are like the two things that I want to prioritize after I unlock all the extremes and stuff. And then obviously I still need to do the Omega normal raids as well, so I can unlock all the savages. I swear every cutscene that's like meant to be taken seriously is so funny with a ILevel in it. The same thing with like the last cutscene in Endwalker where you're like fighting the dude and it's like all dramatic and shit. It's really funny with a ILevel in it too. That was the most eventful Praetorium the world has ever seen. I'm gonna go refill my water and then we're gonna do Alliance raid roulette. I'm at level 58 now. Getting closer to 60 so I can do normal raids. But I don't think it'll be today. I think tomorrow I'll be able to do normal raids. I should also probably unlock all the Alliance raids at some point. There's only two of them. We have the Stormblood ones and the Evansward ones. And more than likely, whenever we go to do a Alliance Raid Roulette, we're just gonna get Crystal Tower anyway. But it would probably be for the best to just get them unlocked. I don't actually know the steps of the Eureka Relic because I've never done it. But the Stormblood one, or the Shadowbringers one, the Bozja Relic, uh, requires you to do a bunch of Alliance raids, so I'm thinking maybe it also requires that, but I don't know. I haven't really looked into it at all. But yeah, Alliance raid do that now. And that popped rather soon, and we're gonna get Cypress Tower, I'm calling it. Yep, I called it Cypress Tower. Easy. It's about like a 1 in 3. You can get either Rule of Darkness, Cypress Tower, or I don't remember the third one. I'm just saying, if you don't wake up every day and look forward to doing yet another Cypress Tower, like, what are you doing? Alright, we have finished the Alliance Raid Roulette, and I think that's it for roulettes. So I think it's time to go... I suppose I'll go do the, oh no, I still haven't done trials. No trials. So I'll do the trial roulette, then I'll go do the job quest, and then I will, go resume. Alright, we got, funny Limitless Blue from the roulette. Alright, as expected, Limitless Blue and fine. We didn't die because people didn't spread or anything like that. Okay, I'm gonna go unlock the extremes now, so that I can hop in and do them whenever I feel like it. Oh, I also, while I was doing unlocking things, I got the first coil. Oh, you don't even need to do the coils in order. You do only get an achievement for the last one? I swear you have to do the first. I swear you have to do the first one to unlock the later ones. I didn't think that they unlocked all at once. But I guess I was wrong. Yeah, we have coil turn 5 there. So I guess, I believe there's only achievements for the last one. I could be wrong, I'm gonna have to double check that. But if we only needed the last one cleared, then we just have to do twin and then we can move on to doing, I don't even remember who 9 is. Yeah, I got that, because I didn't actually look up which quests unlocked which. I just went to Mordona and talked to the Wandering Minstrel and picked up everything. Oh, actually, I believe I went to... No, I went to Horizon and picked up everything. Or the Waking Sands, not Horizon. Waking Sands? Horizon is the teleport buy-in if you don't use the ticket. I do not remember what Earth's font is. I think this is part of the Manderville quest, actually. Oh, it might not be. If the queue time is that long, it might not be. Hold on, let me Google it. Oh, so this is like, this is an extreme that it's not said is an extreme. I don't think I've ever done this fight. I could be wrong. I might have unsynced it before, but I don't think I've ever done it before. Yeah, we got Earth's Fun. I imagine I have it unlocked, but I don't remember ever doing it. I mean, I have to have it unlocked to do mental roulette on my main. So I guess I did do it. Alrighty. I got all the AR trials unlocked, except the ones that require me to clear Garuda. Because you need to do Garuda, Ifrit, then Titan in that order. And I only got Garuda, and there's no PFs up right now for Garuda. So just hold on to that until there is a PF of some kind. Or I have like a group of friends that want to do it, and then I'll unlock the other two. I also unlocked these two while I was unlocking this, which is cool. And I also realized that there's a lot of normal trials for AR that are locked behind the Manderville quests. And at some point I should probably do those, but I'm not sweating it. Oh, I just remember there's a bunch of like Heaven's Ward trials that are all optional. So I should probably go ahead and go get those done. Because there's all the Containment Bay ones I think are optional. Yeah, Containment Bay S1T7, Containment 1B, P1D6, MZ1D9. I believe this Stormblood also has a ton of optional trials. Yeah, like half of them are optional. Yeah, I'm gonna go unlock the Containment Bays. I can't contain my excitement. Alright, we've got Containment Bay S1T7. So I'm gonna go ahead and queue up for that. And I had a bunch of tomestones from doing those roulettes. And now all I am lacking is the necklace. And then I'll be item level 400. Obviously it's not our actual abyss, but it's definitely good enough for right now. It's definitely our pre-Savage abyss. Because the only thing that, like, after Savage will want to do is switch out all this stuff that doesn't have spell speed on it for spell speed, which is actually a surprising amount of this, isn't it? Is the relic from Stormblood the same kind of relic where, like, you can apply whatever custom stats you want to it? I would imagine so. Unless they did introduce that with Shadowbringers, which I guess is a possibility, but hopefully we can put a bunch of spell speed on it. Which will also be good for Summoner at 70. I believe Summoner at 70 still runs a bunch of spell speed. Right, that popped rather quickly. I wanted to rework my UI a bit to make like a lot of the text and stuff bigger, so hopefully it doesn't look like too terrible. I need to move stuff around. Yeah, okay. I need to make party lists smaller. Okay, I need to rework a few things. Alright, yeah, that went rather smoothly. I'm gonna reorganize this a bit though before I gotta do the next one. Okay, and I've now got P1T6 smoothly. That went as smoothly as it can. As it normally does. It's a normal trial, what are you gonna do? Right, and we've got the last container guy. See if we skip Soar. I'm just kidding. Buggies. And the key bob. Dang, we didn't skip Soar. This is so sad. Bow. That. Okay, that's all of those. Exciting. Yeah, those are all those. Now we can go get all the Heavensward Extreme trials too. Right, and I've got all 7 Heavensward trials. So the only things left are the 7 Stormblood trials. Oh, so there's 8 Stormblood trials we're missing. That also means we're missing 4 normal trials. Yeah, missing 4 of them. Alrighty then. Gonna go get those unlocked then. Alright, I have unlocked Hell's Lid. I'm gonna go ahead and queue up for that. Alright, the queue finally popped. Let's get in there and kill the thing. Wait, Hell's Lid isn't a— oh, for some reason I thought this was a trial. I'm probably stupid, man. Well, I guess it needed done eventually anyway. I don't know why I thought this was a trial. I have genuinely no idea where what the fuck? I swear I saw this in the list of trials, and I took like this makes no sense actually. Because I swear I was looking at like how to unlock the Great Hunt or something, and I somehow ended up coming here. I don't even know how. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're gonna get the achievement for finishing this, which is nice. Well, there's Hell's Lid. Even though I don't even know how I ended up here, but there it is. Kind of funny. Wait, no, I see how I ended up here now. Hell's Lid and the Jade Stoa are on the same— they're on the same quest. So I had to do this to unlock the other quest. That's all it is. Alright, and there we go. We got the Jade Stoa now. Good old Byakko. Alright, and the key finally popped. Alright, and that's the Jade Stoa. Yeah, I remember doing that like falling ball thing, but I didn't remember what trial it was in. Alright, I gotta do the Swallow's Compass next. What did the compass swallow? That was rather uneventful. I think I failed a lot of mechanics, and I'm sure the healer got like hated me, but nobody died, so that's something, right? Alright, I've now got Hell's Gear. And then after this, there's just Wreath of Snakes. And then that'll be like all the optional trials. Oh wait, no, I lied. Okay, so there's one optional trial from Manderville. And then there's also the Great Hunt, which is just entirely different because it's from the Monster Hunter thing. I keep forgetting about the, I remembered about the Monster Hunter one, but not the one that is the Manderville one. The Monster Hunter one does have an extreme version, but Kugane Uhashi does not. Neither of those are really a priority either. There's always people grinding the Great Hunt extreme. I'm more just focused on getting like the normal ones that have like a super long quest time. Like this one had like 2 dungeons and 3 trials on it. Oh, Hell's Cure is this. This is DDR. I did this on the Unreal like a week or 2 ago. I think those were like a month ago now, yeah? Something like that. We wiped because no one killed their birds. They want us to stack them and then AoE them. That went smoothly aside from the one wipe at the beginning. Time to get Wreath of Snakes now. Alright, there's Wreath of Snakes. Gonna go ahead and queue up for it. And that popped rather early, as expected. Now was kind of a good time to do all this stuff because of the faster queue due to the relic. Alright, that went pretty good. So we've got all the normal Stormblood trials done, Heavensward trials done, aside from like the Manderville one and the one from the Monster Hunter Club. That's pretty cool. Augur is. Alright, so next up I'm gonna go unlock all of the extreme trials for Stormblood, which I believe is just talking to the Wandering Minstrel and Kugane. And then after that I think I'm gonna get to working on my crafter and gatherer leveling, which I'm not entirely sure how I want to do. Because one part of me wants to just go and do like Ishcardigan Restoration, and another part of me just wants to do collectibles. But collectibles only really get us like crypts. But doing Ishcardian Restoration I feel like is gonna get us more. Because all that stuff is tied up to like a bunch of different achievements, so I think it's probably for the best to start working on that. But I've never done all of that with without just buying them off of the market board, so I don't even know how collecting those goes, like the materials for in there at all. I'll probably just have to look into it. Alright, that should be all of the extremes unlocked, except for the Great Hunt, which would only take like a second or two, because I believe it's just doing like 1 or 2 quests to unlock it. But yeah, we have basically all of the extremes we can currently unlock right now unlocked for all 3 expansions. So that's cool. And if we ever see a PF pop up for Twin Tanya, we can join that as well, because I have the first 5 coils. And I have all of the Alexander Savages unlocked as well. At some point I'm gonna need to do Omega raids, but I want to wait until after I get the relic done to really go and do those, because that's our best in slot. But yeah, I'm gonna go, I think, try to work on the Ishcardian Restoration stuff to level up my crafters and gatherers in there. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research into it though, I think. Okay, so I've unlocked everything, but I looked it up and it looks like all of the collectibles in Ishcardian Restoration are between, so for gatherers it's level 10, and for crafters it's level 20. So I'm gonna get both my culinarian and my alchemist to level 20, and then go start doing those. And it looks like there's only 20, 20, 40, 60. So there's only 4 different recipes I'm gonna have to learn and swap between to level up both of these all these jobs using Ishcardian Restoration. So I'm gonna go see about the guild tests, or whatever they're called, the GC turn-ons, and see what I need for each of those. And that'll hopefully get us a bit closer to 20 on each of these, so we can just go to Ishcardian Restoration. Okay, so it looks like for both of these, all I need to do is buy. So this one I can entirely buy like materials from an NPC. But for the maple wand, I need to go collect some wood. Oh, actually, for the boiled egg, I can just buy them from the NPC. They're just sold in Limsa, so I don't even have to craft those. But for the maple wand, I believe I have to go collect them. XIV maple wand. Could be wrong, I could just be able to go buy it. Oh no, I can just go buy both of them from the NPC in Limsa. Okay, so we're gonna go do that. Need 3 boiled eggs and a maple wand. Okay. They got culinarian to 4, alchemist to 5, and blacksmith to 3. So I'm gonna have to go do something else. I guess I'll go ahead and do the job quest really quick, and then see where I'm at after that. Alright, I've done all the job quests on both, and I've not really gotten them to level 20. I'm gonna probably just craft stuff manually. I don't know if there's any low-level collectibles that are this low to get more XP from stuff. There might be. I'm gonna look it up. If there's not any low-level collectibles, I'll probably just like spam crafting. I can also do some guild tests actually. Guild tests could be the play. Yeah, I need 13 more levels on alchemist and 11 more levels on culinarian. Alright, I've unlocked leave quests, which I believe means we can now get leave quests for crafters and gatherers. I fucking hate leave quests. But at low levels, I think it's probably the play, outside of like just doing the daily bullshit. Yeah, now I can do leave quests. Now I need to figure out which ones would be like most efficient to do. Well, okay, I'm gonna do this one for I can't pronounce that, I'm not even gonna try. Because most of the materials for it, it looks like I can just buy and then craft, rather than having to go and like kill things or anything like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a few of these for the culinary or alchemist, and then a few of the other ones for culinary. That leap quest gave me like no XP. I got more XP just spamming the crafts than I did with the actual leap quest. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and turn in these last few leaves, but after that, I'm just gonna spam crafts to 20 on all these crafting jobs. I'm just gonna focus on the two that I like want to prioritize right now, which is alchemist and culinarian. But making the 15, I made enough for 3 of the leaves, and it gave me like so many levels while I was like just making them. But then the turning in the leave itself like gave me fucking nothing. So I don't think doing the leave was worth it. But at some point I'm gonna have to get the leave quest achievements. So they're probably worth doing either way, realistically. I don't know. No matter what, no matter how I'm doing this, I'm going to end up getting some kind of achievement from it. But I think his Guardian Restoration is going to be like one of the ones that is the longest. So that's why I want to do the majority of my leveling in there whenever it comes to crafters and galleries. But yeah, I'm not really prioritizing making, like being able to make gear or anything, because all of our bis is like a combination of raid and tome gear, and it's all poetics because it's all old content, so I already have like tons of poetic. I already have like my pre-savage bis basically. I don't need to craft anything, so I'm just focusing on being able to make pots and food. But at some point it would be nice to be able to repair my own gear. Also, I believe a bunch of the firmament achievements are from like doing a bunch of turn-ins on each job or something like that. I got culinarian to 20. I still need to get alchemist to 20, so that's gonna be the next thing I'm gonna do. Gonna go figure out what guild test I want to work on for that one. Or leave quest, not guild test. And then I'm probably also going to have to level up some of these in order to get the materials for inside of Guardian Restoration, but I'll get there when I get there. So it looks like all the alchemist ones I can just buy and then sell. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this one for the maple wand over and over. Buy a bunch of those. This one should be over rather quickly. Get both of them to level 20 now. I'm gonna go do these job quests, the few that I have on each of the jobs, and then we're gonna go into the firmament and begin, or at least begin trying to craft the items. We might have to, like I said earlier, I might have to level up my gatherers in order to collect the materials to craft. I'll do that research while I'm like doing the job quests, I suppose. But yeah, they're both at 20 now, so they both can craft in the firmament and turn things in. I ran into an interesting issue. So I accidentally threw away all my low-level materia, and I don't know if there's any other way to get materia other than using retainers or using spirit bound for like level 1 materia. It doesn't look like there is. So I've put back on a bunch of low-level gear, because normally if I wanted materia, like especially for high level materia, like you can just buy that with like sacks of nuts or whatever. I don't know if you can do that with centurios, but I imagine you can. But for this low level stuff, like I don't think it's possible to get low level materia outside of just like using spirit bound. So I've equipped all my gear that's like super low level, and I'm just doing low level fates so I can get materia 1 to put it on my gear for the alchemist quest. I don't know if there is a more efficient way to do this, and I imagine there probably is, but I don't know it, and I can't find it. And the quest requires me to get an item and then put materia on it, but the item is so low level I can't even use materia 2. It has to be materia 1. I'm sure there's like a yellow quest or something somewhere that gives you 1 materia, which might actually be faster than this. Actually, I'm gonna look at that and see after this feat if there is a quest that gives me like a level 1 materia that I haven't done yet. No, I do not. I looked at all the materia ones and I don't see any yellow quests or anything that gives you them, at least not on the wiki. So I believe our best option is unironically to just like get our spirit bound to 100 and then extract. On second thought, I don't know how necessary doing this job quest is right now. It honestly might just be more important to go and level up the jobs and then worry about this later. This is just kind of a side quest I don't think is really necessary. Because I remember on my main not really doing the job quests for quite a while after leveling them, doing like the bare minimum and then just being fine with it. So I'm just gonna kind of ignore the job quest and act like it isn't asking me to do something kind of irrational, unreasonable. This would not be a problem if I wasn't on a free trial, because I could just go to the market board and buy material one to put on it, but that's not what we're doing here. Oh, I will do it at some point. I'll come back to it, but right now, like, no, I'm good. Okay. I've officially got both jobs, both gathering jobs over 10, and both of them have their job quest done for it. I've got both crafting jobs over 20. So I can go to the firmament and begin farming there instead of farming here, and begin working towards begin working towards that while leveling them. So I am going to go do that now, and I believe we gotta unlock the firmament first, so I know there's a quest in Foundation for that, I think, and then we'll go and just start grinding in circles for hours to get materials. Yeah, I'll be back whenever I unlock the firmament and start going in. Yeah. We officially unlocked the firmament. Look at that. I think in order to turn in this quest, I need to switch to, yeah, combat job. But to go in, I can just go in as whatever. I don't really know why that requires that. Maybe just to make sure that you've actually done it. Alright. I have unlocked the diadem, so I'm gonna hop in there on a gatherer and get the gathering so I can do crafting. I forgot how long this quest chain is, but it's whatever. Alright, I have collected over 500 of these aether sands for... It's the alchemist? Yeah, it's gotta be the alchemist sky builders thing. I need to go get... Because it's 5 to 1, I need to go get 100 of the other material for it, and then I'll be able to craft 100 of them, which should get us to 40, if not further. I'm gonna go gather 100 of the other material. Also, I've gotten miner up to 31 while doing that. I just wanted to say really quick, these things are called hares, like shroud hare. That is not a fucking rabbit. That's like a shroud slug or something. I don't know why it's called a shroud hare. Alright, let's out of here farming for a while. I have 500 of these, which I need to get approved. And then I have 100 of these, so that should make 100 of the level 20 collectibles, which should be more than enough, I believe, to get us at least to the next level, which is level 40. But I think it'll get us even further than that. I forgot to get, like, crafter gear, so my first few crafts were really, really bad, and I was like, oh no, I only made 2, but still is kind of a lot. Also, I should get a retainer and just kind of dump a lot of this shit in it. Come back to later. But yeah, I need to buy more crafted gear. Oh my god, you can't even own a retainer on free trial. Okay. For some reason I thought you could, but probably just crazy. I genuinely had no idea you couldn't even purchase a retainer on free trial. Rungo. But whatever. It does kind of put a damper on some of my ideas, but it is what it is. Now, okay, now a bunch of my gear has control on it, craftsmanship on it, CP on it, so I should actually be able to get like high level or high earning crafts. Gonna go back to Foundation and see if I can actually get a return off of this now. Should be fine now, actually. But just wanna double check. They wouldn't let you craft it at such a low level if you couldn't actually get a reward from it. I am at least in the yellow now, which is much, much better than it was. Rather than it being like collectability 33, it's collectability 99. Just actually getting the extra XP from being collectible, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and craft all of these, and hopefully I can get enough XP to get to the next one. Alright, I'm about halfway done with all these crafts. I'm gonna go ahead and turn them in, and I'll probably end up buying some better gear after that, or at least trying to see if it will give me better results from this. If this doesn't put us past 40, it could put us past 40. Okay, those actually put us at 52, which is actually a lot higher than I thought it would. Well, since those crafts gave me a lot more experience than I expected, I'm gonna go see what I can do about gear. It's actually like kind of nice that that is the case, but yeah, let me go see what I can get without doing a ton of work right now. Okay, so without going and collecting like collecting scripts, I believe this is the best gear that I can get right now. My right side is all like level 20 unfortunately, but my left side is all like mid 40s, 48. somewhere in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft the rest of these with this, just because I've spent all that time gathering all of them. Why wouldn't I? And then past that, I'll try to figure out where we go from there. Obviously, in the end, I believe we want to make a bunch of script gear or make a bunch of scripts to get. I gotta look at the best sheet, but yeah. And then we'll start working on leveling up our culinarian as well, doing generally around the same thing. I think I only need like half as many of those materials as I got, since we're already at like level 50. But we don't unlock the next one till like level 60 anyway, so. Alright, I have crafted the rest of those, so I'm gonna turn them in and see where we're at after that. Okay, we're all the way up to level 59. So I think we can actually go ahead and start doing Stormblood collectibles now that we're 59 in order to start getting scripts for our relic gear, or not our relic gear, but our script gear, because I think that's a lot of what we're gonna want to do in the endgame. So I'm gonna go find this Stormblood script person and start doing those instead. We might need like the Rat Master recipe book for that though. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look into it. I'm jumping in and doing Garuda Extreme really quick. Pick Garuda Extreme. Alright, we're going in there. We wiped the other tank, didn't turn the fucking Garuda around. We got 2 wipes now. They didn't separate the ads on the tanks. They are not splitting the ads. They haven't split the ads twice. Alright, well, that extreme farm party didn't work out, but it's whatever. We saw the majority of the fight, we just didn't clear it. So I'm just gonna have to join another PF at another point, which is okay. It was like kind of just a spur of the moment, like 1 a.m. thing. Also it is 12 p.m. my time, so daily reset has happened. But I forgot to do my job quest, so I'm gonna go get that done really quick. And then I'm gonna do roulets. But first, like I said, job quest. Oh, also I got Goldsmith to 20, so I can switch to doing stuff into item instead of just crafting garbage. Alright, my quest is done, so it's gonna be time for duty roulettes. Orders. Also, I realize that you can't even request repairs, so I need to level my crafters. Alright, we got a Keeper of the Lake for the high level dungeon. Alright, that went rather smoothly. No complaints at all actually this time. Foggy is. Alright, I'm gonna do leveling roulette next. And a Hawk Manor for the leveling roulette. Exciting. Oh, fuck it. The tank skipped the first key. I'm not gonna say anything. We're just gonna get there and then they're gonna be like, oh, why can't I open the fucking door? I'm not a mentor, I'm a sprout, okay? I don't have to tell them how to play the game. Yep, we got to the door and then they were like, oh, no, I'm just gonna have to tell these people how to like do the dungeon because otherwise we're gonna be here forever. I don't think I've ever actually done a Hawk Manor where no one else knew where they were going. I've played this game for years and I think that's a first for me. I didn't think I remembered how to do this because I've never really paid that much attention whenever we were going through it, but I think I kind of guided people generally the right way the 2 times that I did. Alright, that one okay. I don't like having to guide people, especially when I'm a sprout, but it is what it is. I only got 1 commendation for that. Alrighty, I've officially done both level 60 red mage job quests, so I'm gonna jump back into main scenario roulette. Really needed that for the main scenario roulette. Oh, since I'm level 60 now, we can also do normal trial roulette. Also, I should probably grab... Do I even have the tomestones to grab the weapon? No, I do not. But I will after... Probably after this roulette, actually. After this roulette, I can grab the level 60 weapon. Took forever and my queue finally popped. But I just, that was the least eventful Praetorium I've ever seen. Yeah, I think we leveled up twice in there. Next up, I'm gonna queue up for a Crystal Tower raid. And then we can do trials and raids back to back. It'll be chill. Basically instant popped as expected. Right, and that's Cypress Tower. Or Labyrinth of the Agents. Same difference. It's all the same shit. I'm gonna go ahead and get both trial and raid out of the way. That way I can go back to farming my gathering and crafting. That's the priority right now. Right, and from trial, we actually got a Heavensward trial. That's pretty cool. Attainment Bay S1T7. Get that one as smoothly as possible. Not bad, not bad. Could always be worse, right? Oh, my bracelet was broken. I didn't even realize it. That is not helping with that dungeon or that trial at all. And finally, for normal raids, we just got Burden of the Father, which shouldn't be too bad. Alright, that was a super duper quick Burdens of the Father. The fastest that's ever been done. So I believe we're gonna go back to the gathering crafting grind. Gotta get our stuff leveled up. Really gotta get this stuff leveled up. I didn't realize that you couldn't repair your own gear, or you couldn't ask other people to repair your gear for you. So I honestly might just like prioritize doing all of that right now. Not even just the ones that I wanted to level up Alchemist and Culinarian, but literally all of it. At least to 60. But yeah, I'm gonna start gathering stuff to level my goldsmith through diadem, and then get to work on that. The fact that you have to be on your home world in order to go to the diadem kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Really wish that weren't the case, but it is what it is, I guess. Well, I got my first S rank in ARR. I had to rush to get here, but I did get it. Buggies. Alright, yet again I'm back to the point where I have 500 of this. So I'm gonna go collect 100 of the other material for the craft to level up my jewel crafter. And I will be back after I acquire all of that. And I have collected 100 of this iron ores. So now it's time to craft a bajillion of these and see how much XP we get out of it. Should be plenty. Also, our miner is getting pretty high, but honestly, we'll probably end up maxing out the miner before we finish like leveling up all the connected classes to miner. More than likely. I realized that I hadn't done any of the quests to even use like this secondary, like the offhand. And I'm not sure if you have to do those, but I did them anyway. Just to unlock the offhand, and then also went and bought myself a level 20 offhand so I can make this crafting a bit more efficient. But now I'm gonna go to the diadem and crafting up a storm. Alright, I've crafted a lot of these. I don't actually know how many, but I think it's like 50. 37. Gonna go turn them in and see what I get from it. Okay, and that got us up to 48 goldsmith. Means I can equip better gear and then also go buy other better stuff and keep on keeping on. And we've gotten our item level up to 38. I'm gonna craft the rest of these, see if we can get to 60 on this job. At least 60. Alright, I've gone and turned all of those in. All the ones that I could craft. And I'm up to 60 goldsmith. Honestly, maybe I should have just farmed enough to get to 70 instead. I don't know. It's gonna cost more to get there. I think I'll go ahead and knock out the culinary and stuff. And then I'll work on getting the rest of these to 70. And then from there, I'll work on like getting the crafters scripts to gear them all up at once. I don't know. There might be some other stuff I'm not thinking about. Like gear wise. I guess I could look into it. That's probably the play. So it looks like in Azus Law, there's actually a vendor that sells level 60 gear. Oh, they might only sell tools though. I guess I can just go look. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go look at this guy, see what's up. But it looks like he just sells it for gil. Oh no, wait. This requires an allied quest, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like it does. For the actual gear, it looks like it requires the allied society quest for... I think that's Namazu. So I think our best bet is actually just trying to find scripts for gear. I don't even know how we unlock those, but like how we begin to work towards that. I guess I can look into that as well. I feel like regardless, I need to go like level up my other crafters to make these crafters. This shit's a pyramid scheme, man. I swear. Okay. I decided to do armor next, and I sat here and crafted 20 iron ingots. Oh. 50 iron ingots, and I got my armor up to 21. That's my next job at 20. I'm gonna actually, I wanted to get something just to like take me out of this grind of like gathering and crafting perpetually on occasion. So I'm gonna go unlock hunts. I'm gonna do the million blue quests to do that. So whenever a Centurio train or an S rank in any of the first 3 expansions appear, I can get full rewards from those. I think I need to do hunts for that. Like, do the quests for that. Maybe. I got allied seals, but I think you can get Centurio seals too. They might just be for Stormblood, but I need to do the quests for those either way. So I'm gonna do that. I believe also I can't join these parties unless I do that, which will give me more rewards from it, just to start working on a lot of the achievements from those. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and do those quests to unlock that. Alright, I went ahead and unlocked elite everything through elite clan marks. I've done all of the hunt quests, and I'm gonna unmute my hunt Discord, the Centurio one, and also turn on notifications for Stormblood, Heavensward ARR, S ranks, and A rank trains, or Centurio trains, which are the Stormblood trains. Since we already have flying there, and now I'll actually have another currency I can work towards. And I believe if there's another currency in this tab, yeah, Centurio seals. I'm not entirely sure we can buy with that, but eventually we're gonna want to work on the achievements for the A ranks anyway, so it's worth it. I'm gonna get to work on the armor leveling stuff and sit around and wait to see if any trains or S ranks appear. Also, I guess I was wrong. I do not need to do the job quests in order to unlock the ability to use the offhand, but at some point I'm gonna have to do all the job quests anyway. I'm just feeling lazy and I just want to go craft stuff, so that's what I'm doing. For Lance. So I'm gonna go hop over there and go kill that thing. What is that? Well, that's a Heavensward Zone. I gotta find a party for it too, but that shouldn't be too hard. I wonder if they're gonna kick me for being like such a low level. Or something like that. Surely not, right? Oh no, there's a bunch of other people that are low level in here too. It'll be fine. And it's done. Easy peasy. Dies so fast because it's a low level S rank. Alrighty. I spent a long time and I farmed out over 1,000 iron ore. That should be enough to get our armor over past level 60, if not level 70. I need to go get 200 normal iron ore to go with crafting the over 1,000 sky builders iron ore. But yeah, I've collected shit tons of this stuff at this point. Alright, I have gathered 200 iron ore. It's in here somewhere if I can actually find it. 200 iron ore. I've also got a bunch of crystals because I was kind of low on crystals. So I got a bunch of them. 500 of the earth shards and 500 the ice shards in order to craft enough. I'm gonna head back to the diadem and craft up a storm. And hopefully this will just get my armor straight to 70. I'll stop after the first few piles of stuff in order to buy more gear. But hopefully this many. I got twice as many as last time, and the last time whenever I got 500 and made 100 of them, I managed to get to 60. So hopefully this will just get us straight to 70. Alright, I got into a Howling Eye Extreme party, which is cool. I ended up waiting forever, but hopefully it actually clears this time. Yo, we got it. That's poggers. I'm really happy about that actually. I believe we're moving on to Ifrit now. Pretty poggers. Actually, we're gonna go do Titan because I didn't realize that it was Titan before Ifrit. So we're gonna go do that. Yeah, we're doing Titan next, then Ifrit. Poggies. Yeah, that's the first mine like extreme clear for the account, so that's huge, right? Alright, we finally filled. So it's time to go into Titan. Poggers. I really do need to bake food though. So I'm gonna level my culinary next. That was a scuffed as shit Titan clear, but we cleared it. It was easy peasy. Kappa. It definitely didn't take like 5 minutes. Or an hour. Alright, I have Bowl of Embers Extreme unlocked now. So I've got all the AR extremes unlocked. And we're going to do Bowl of Embers Extreme now. Alright, the PF filled again. We're going back in to Ifrit. Alright, well, we went for a while. We didn't clear Ifrit. We got to like 4% one of the pulls, but we didn't actually clear it, so womp womp. Um, I'm gonna go back to gathering and crafting. I actually... Oh wait, I might as well finish this armor. But I definitely want to do culinary next after I finish up like all my armor crafts and stuff. Because I really need food before I do more stuff. It'll help so much. So I'm gonna go finish doing all this armor stuff, turn it all in, and then switch to doing culinary instead. Alright, well I have traded in all of those and I'm at level 68 now. So I think I'm gonna focus on doing culinary for right now. Just because I want to be able to make food. I will level up the rest of these later on. But for right now, I just want to do culinary. So I'm going to look at the crafting recipes for that and get the grinding for them. For whatever materials that is. Alright. I sat and farmed out 3,000 hemp. 8,000, 11. I'm gonna use those to level up both my weaver and my culinarian to 70. But first, it is the next day, and it is roulette time. So I'm gonna swap to red mage. I think I have a job quest to do. I definitely have a job quest to do. I'm gonna do my job quest, and then I'm gonna do roulette. And then I'll go back and... Alright, I sat and farmed out 3,000 of that hemp, which should be enough to level up both my weaver and my crafter. I need to get the rest of the materials for it to actually do the crafts. But first, it is the next day, and it's past 11 a.m. It's like 7 p.m. now, and I still haven't done my daily roulette. So I'm gonna do this job quest really quick, and then I'm gonna do all of my roulettes to get a few levels on red mage, and then I'll get to doing all these, the rest of the gathering I need for these crafts, and then do the crafts. And that'll get my culinarian up to 70, which will mean that at the very least, I can make myself some food. Even if I can't make my best food right now because I don't have gear, but I can make some food. I did all the job quests, so it is roulette time, but I need to repair my bracelet first. Alright, the gear is repaired, so it is roulette time. Hopefully it goes rather fast. I also hop back over to Aether, just to be on Aether. The queue will happen faster. Okay. From high level dungeon, we got Aether Chemical Research Facility. That's funny, me and my friends were talking about this dungeon earlier today. That was an uneventful Aether Chemical Research Facility. Now it's gonna be on to leveling roulette. And we got a Stone Vigil from leveling roulette. It's pretty exciting. Not really, but we can pretend it is. Alright, that went uneventfully. The healer didn't do damage. Like, at all, I don't think. I don't think I saw a single glare cast or anything. But it is what it is. So just another Stone Vigil. Straight to main scenario, then Alliance raids, and then we'll do the normal raid and trial. And then I'll get back to my crafting and gathering. And we're now level 64, I finally have a raise. That's cool. I don't know if I'm ever going to get into any content where I'm going to use it, because I don't really plan on playing Red Mage in anything. But maybe in like a leveling dungeon or something I'll get to use it. Alright, we queued up. Hopefully it's something chill. It's gonna be something chill no matter what. It's a fucking main scenario or that. Oh, it's Portodecimon. At least it's quick. Or, sorry, not Portodecimon. Caster Meridium, at least it's quick. Alright. It was rather fast. The tank almost pulled the ads in the last trash pull out of my AoE. But it went off like just before they did. They went to run it back like immediately as it was going off, which is kind of funny. Okay, on to Crystal Tower, then it's just the 8-man quick stuff. So that like instantly popped actually. And we got Labyrinth of the Ancients. Hooray. That was the most eventful Labyrinth of the Ancients ever done. It was super exciting and engaging. Alright, on to... what's just trials and normal raid left, I think. Yeah, just trials and normal raids. Oh, I got a cool little Thornton for the trial roulette. It was Thornton. Right, it was not eventful, it was just Thornton. I guess time to do an Alexander right now. And then we'll be done with roulettes. I can go back to my epic gamer crafting grind. And we got Eye of the Creator for the normal raid roulette, which means that it's probably the worst Alexander raid. Because chances are things aren't going to go the way that I would like them to. But it's okay. Ideally, other people would handle the mechanics during the last boss, so I don't have to. But whatever. Monk is a mentor. Doesn't look like there's any other mentors though. But there's not that many sprouts. I think I'm the only sprout here. Maybe someone else will handle it. Oh, the tank is also a mentor. That could be good. That could be huge, actually. Alright, that actually went smoothly. We won pulled up. People handled things well. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna go back to gathering the rest of the materials that I need for those crafts, and then I'll get to crafting those. See if 3,000 of those is enough. It really should be. It really should be, but I'm not sure if it is. I have successfully gotten both Weaver and Culinary into 20. And I have all the materials. I have all the straw. Straw's right there. And the other thing I needed was maple syrup. And I have 300 of each of them, so I can make 300 of each craft, which should get each of those to level 70. If assuming, hopefully, my kind of guesstimate is right. So it's time to get crafting. Alright, this is a huge moment. We finally got Culinary into 70. Now it's gonna be Weaver time. And I think after that, I'm gonna go figure out what I'm gonna do for food. Just to, like, have some food for whenever I decide to do more content. But before then, I'm actually gonna level up my Weaver, just because I already have all the materials and I'm already here. And then after that, after I do that and then make food, I'll probably come back and level up the rest of these at least to 60, so I can repair my own gear, because I can't request repair on free trial, which I think is a really stupid restriction, but it is what it is. But yeah, finally level 70 culinarian. I can actually make my own food now. My Kupo stamps are capped, so I need to spend those on the Kupo of Fortune. Oh boy, a carbuncle wardrobe. I don't even know if this gives us anything. 2 carbuncle wardrobes. Let me turn in some more of these so I can keep playing and dump all those out. Okay, go ahead and roll on the rest. Oh boy, another housing item. I don't know if we're gonna get like literally anything good from this. A lot of stuffed carbuncles. I mean, I guess I'll be rolling a lot, so... Oh, I got the casual attire. That's cool. I actually really wanted that. I did get something good. Look at that. All crazy. The rest was materia. I'm sure I'll get some use out of the materia. Even if it's like not the best materia. Alright. Believe that means back to crafting. Yep, back to crafting. Alrighty then, and we're now level 49. I should actually go and buy like a new wheel and stuff to make the crafting better. Yeah. Alright, I have finally reached level 70 on Weaver as well. So now all that's left is, well, leveling these up the rest of the way. But that's not really my priority right now. I want to go make that food so that I can go and do content if my friends or I see a PF up have one up. So I'm going to turn in the rest of these, and then I think the approach I want to take is doing script gear stuff. At least from like looking at it a bit. I'm going to have to find a item that I can like get scripts off of something around my current gear, if not like some crafted gear around my current gear, then get script gear, and then gradually use my script gear to create better crafted gear. I think that's the play. So I'm gonna have to figure out like what crafted item I want to make for collectibles to farm scripts. And if there's like slightly better crafted gear I can craft with what I currently have. But yeah, we are finally level 70 on both Culinarian and Weaver, and we're close to 70 on the other classes. I'm not really gonna worry about pots that much, but I am gonna go ahead and probably after I make food, enough food that I'm fine for a while, I'm probably gonna focus on the rest of these crafter jobs. Probably alchemist first, I imagine, and then do the rest. I want to get all of them at least to 60 and Alchemist and Culinarian to 70 right now. Like, not right now, but like that's kind of a priority because I want to be able to repair my own gear. And also, I think do my own overmelts. I think that also requires level, like 10 levels under expansion, which will be a good idea to go ahead and get as well. Because I can't request meld either. But yeah, I'm gonna go figure out the script situation for the temporary gear to get better gear. Yeah, the highest item level crafted gear that NPC offered was actually 290, which I think is really good, at least compared to what I had before. But we are kind of broke now. And I also need to figure out what tools I should be getting. Like which job I want to gear up. Jesus, like I'm very low on guild, but it should be fine. I can also sell a lot of shit, but that's beside the point. I need to figure out what tools I want in order to craft what I want to craft, and I also need to like gear up one of my both my gatherers are still rather low level. Yeah, in order to farm scripts to make more stuff, so I can gear up other stuff for free and get better gear than this. Yeah, this is definitely a huge setup up from what we had before, for sure, for sure. Yeah, actually, I think we're gonna make these armor things for scripts and level those up for a while. Because I think a lot of our stuff is actually rewards from scripts. And we have armor almost at 70 already. So we basically already have gear for it. That's the thing. And it's literally level 68. Or, yeah, 68. So it won't take that long to level up the rest of the way. A lot of these only require, like, stuff I already have leveled. So I think, like, that's just a good idea in general. Okay, well, it's not a lot of money, but I learned that I can exchange my Grand Company seals for some things that sell for like 360 gil each. And for each like entire stack of Grand Company seals, I get 80 of them, so that's about 20k for every stack. So that puts me up to well over 100k. I might buy some slightly better gathering gear while I'm like chilling here, just so that I can gather all these materials that I need for these crafts slightly more efficiently. So I think I'm gonna sell this stuff and then go and do that just to get a slightly better. I think most of it's minor stuff, copper ore, sand. Yeah, it's mostly copper or botanist stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. Get like level 60 or something botanist gear or miner gear. 55 miner. Well, I'll get up as I'm doing this mining. Yeah, that put me over 130k. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go do is go buy level 50 something mining gear. That was actually way less of an upgrade than I thought it would be. We're only at item level 66. Oh, this is all 100, but this is all like 40. I see. Maybe there's another vendor somewhere for the rest of the stuff that I don't know about. But there's a person in the pillars that sells level 50 accessories, which will upgrade me from these. Make things way more efficient. I don't think there's one for the offhand, so unfortunately. So this guy's just gonna stay bad for right now. But that's okay. We're only really using this for the next like 10 levels anyway or something. Alrighty. I've gotten the materials for 100 of the collectible craft that I wanted to make, but it is far past 11 a.m. the next day, so it's roulette time. I also went ahead and got, well, I got level 60, level 60 script here for miner, but now that doesn't matter anymore because we get level 70 miner, so I need to get more script here for it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the roulettes, and then afterwards I'll get to crafting all of the armor collectibles in order to get crafter scripts to be able to. I realized I had a job quest to do, so I did that really quick. But now I'm gonna start doing the roulettes. That instant queue is crazy. We got a call from high level duty. I feel like every time I get in here, I'm like, I don't remember this. This is the one with like the horse boss, right? The horse mid boss. Yeah, this is the boss I was talking about. I've done this dungeon like 5 times in the last month or so, and every time I'm like, I don't remember this shit at all. But now it's literally just this dungeon. Yeah, that went uneventfully. Just another high level dungeon. Nothing special there. And I calm the healer because they're a cute aura. And on to leveling roulette. Yay! Leveling roulette. Oh no, I have to repair my gear first. I bought a bunch of different grade dark materia. I think I'm better off just buying like the highest level dark matter or whatever it's called. I really need to level my leather worker next because those are like leveling leather worker would be a good idea just because that seems to be what my remaining gear requires me to have leveled. From the leveling roulette, we got a classic Dismal Darkhold. Foggy is. Love me a good Demsel Darkhold. Yeah, that was a rather chill Dismal Darkhold. We vibin'. The tank got low a lot, but I think it's just because the healer is new to the game. Yeah, so it is what it is. I think it went pretty well overall. Main scenario roulette next, then alliance raid, then no more raid, and that's it for today, roulette wise. Then I'm gonna move back to the gathering and crafting. Yeah, we got yet another Praetorium from the main scenario roulette. I can't wait to do another Praetorium. Not gonna lie, the fact that every day 4 random people get together and watch like 45 minutes worth of cutscene barely saying anything to each other is kind of dystopian. At least when I think about it like that, it's kind of dystopian. I don't know, maybe that's just a shitty opinion. But it was the most eventful Praetorium I've ever done. I'm at 69 now. I might get to 70 by the time we finish today's roulettes. In which case, I'm gonna I'll probably level Sam next, probably. It's having a bit of performance problems. I'm hoping that lowering my texture resolution and my game FPS will help with that. It's not really performance problems with the game. It was more performance problems with like OBS whenever I'm recording. Like my frame rate's fine, but I imagine my game is probably putting a toll on my recording software, and that's what's causing it to like get stuttery. So hopefully that mostly quells the issue. Because I've noticed that I keep getting a lot of encoding errors and like the FPS of the preview is dropping down to like 5, so a lot of the video recording quality could have been really bad. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up this blue quest, and then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and do Alliance Raid Roulette. Alright, time to do Alliance Raid Roulette. I believe by the end of these roulettes we'll be at like 70 on Red Mage, and then I'll move on to leveling up Samurai and stuff, which I'm pretty excited for. From Alliance Raid Roulette, we got Labyrinth of the Ancients, Hog Crazy. Yeah, hopefully during this I'll be able to tell whether or not that did fix my performance problems with the recording. Sorry if a lot of the gameplay looked like shit. I'm still trying to adjust things because I recently changed my in-game settings quite a bit. And I wasn't really recording a lot either. I was mostly like streaming things, which uses other resources. And I was streaming at like a different quality than I'm trying to record. Alright, I believe I just reached level 70, which is awesome. So I can do trial on Samurai, but I can't do Alliance Raid on it yet. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and do trial roulette on Samurai and then continue doing the other roulettes that I can tomorrow. Since we're level 70 on this now. Should also do this drop quest. Yeah, that's a Labyrinth of the Ancients again. I didn't see the recording software like throw up any encoding errors or anything that whole time. So hopefully it's the problem is solved for the most part, so that's good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Samurai and then do my trial roulette on it. Some of this gear is not very good. Specifically that one is not very good, so probably buy the Tombstone gear for that, for hands and feet, and then jump in a trial roulette really quick, and then get back to my gathering and crafting grind, since I can't do normal raid roulette on this. And that's all that left is trial and normal raid. And from said trial roulette, we got a Ramu. This should be quick and easy. And I'll go back to crafting all my collectibles. Alright, yeah, that was a fine Ramu. I don't think like some of the people really realized that they could remove their tether by just like running onto some balls, but didn't really have any complications. It was just a Ramu. I think it went fine overall. Alrighty, let me get the craft type of cult seance is going on here. Anyway, I'm gonna switch to armor and go ahead and get to this crafting. So I actually just came to the conclusion I need a lot more gil. Finish gearing myself up, and I think the play is actually just to, this might seem a bit cheap, but what I might do is hop on my main and unsync a bunch of Alexander raids to farm gear to trade for Grand Company seals to sell for gil. I might double check the free trial wiki to see if there's like a more efficient way to make gil, just to give myself temporary crafting gear to craft all of these like collectibles, because I'm not really getting the quality that I would like out of a lot of the crafts. And I know I could get a lot more return out of it if I just had slightly better gear than like this stuff. And I just like, I don't have gil to replace this stuff right now. So I'm gonna look into other money making methods, but I think that might be what I do is I just like unsync a bunch of Alexander raids on my main and trade them in for GC sales to in turn get gil from. Because I don't know if there's a more efficient way for me to do that. Maybe the free trial website has stuff on it, like the Trial of Fantasy one, but I think that might be the play. Because it seems like that would be really, really good gil. Yeah, I don't see anything on making gil. On the, make some gil the most reliable ways to run duty roulettes. Challenge logs, 60k per week. Maps. Okay, so yeah, what I'm gonna end up doing is just, doing the idea that I had before. Because it recommends doing things that can only get me like 60k gil per week and then doing maps outside of that. But I know I can get a lot more efficient gil just like farming grand company seals. And I really just want to get like my crafters some temporary gear for that point in between like 60 and 70 where I already have other gear, and that'll just help in general to get like gear for everything really. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hop on main, run this character through a bunch of probably Alexander raids to farm for stuff to expert deliver for Grand Company seals. I think that is entirely the play. Because I can definitely make a lot more gil than that doing that. I've got enough crafted for about 90 of these. I lost quite a few due to crafting errors, but I also got this like level 70 crafted gear, and I got level like 63 crafted gear as well. It took me a while. I farmed Alexander normals for quite a while for Grand Company seals to exchange for gil, but it's fairly efficient. I mean, I bought almost a full set of level 63 gear, and now I have like, at this point I can actually make scripts because I have like level 70 gear. I have a job at level 70 to farm the scripts. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a bunch of these the rare feed culinarian thingies so that I can exchange them for scripts to buy even better script gear. I'll probably buy like the whole level 70 set and then move down and get the level 60 set as well, because I have a lot of level 60 jobs in here. But yeah, I'm gonna make a bunch of those. Get to it now that I have a million of the supplies. I even got the crystals and stuff too. Alright, I got my first batch of collectibles. I need to go figure out where this collectible appraiser is, and then go ahead and turn it in and see what I get from it. 9.8, 12.4, so it's right there, down here. Okay, so I get about 45 per, which is actually a lot. And I have enough to make like 100 of these, so it should be enough to get me script gear, I think. Given grip gear isn't that expensive. No, I already have a ton. And this is all 330. The current gear I have is 290. So yeah, this is like a huge upgrade from what I currently have. Unfortunately, it is all last lock, which kind of sucks. Oh, no, there's level 350 stuff that is all just Disciple of Hand. So that's sick. Okay, and it's all higher item level anyway. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and grab a bunch of this. So that brings our average item level up to 348. And I can definitely, after crafting these, afford to go ahead and get like all the other gear, all the other pools, as well as get some level 60 gear for all my classes that are still at level 60. It's like way more efficient than like the gatherer scripts you get fucking nothing from. Yeah, the gatherer stuff you only get 8 or 3 from, but the crafter stuff you get like 45. I guess it makes sense because crafter stuff takes like 5 times more work, but still. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and farm the rest of the scripts for enough to get all the other gear that I want. Since I have all the materials anyway, I have enough for 100 of these. Yeah, I only made half of it, but I can still make a bunch more. But yeah, we're doing really good now, gear-wise. I think by the end of this I should be able to afford tools for every other job, as well as be able to get like the level 60 gear for all the level 60 jobs that I have still. Alright, I've officially gotten all the tools and everything from this. I still need to get all the offhands for all the different jobs as well. Okay, so unfortunately I don't have the scripts to get all of the level 60 gear as well, which is fine. If I keep leveling just by like spamming shit inside of... Actually, realistically, I already have a bunch of level 60 crafted gear that I just bought. So spending scripts on this isn't really very smart anyway. Oh, I could get this level 58 stuff though. 120, 250, 350. So yeah, I could buy this for sure. Okay. Also, I got a few achievements that I probably should say stuff about. I got 1,000 collectibles, 500,000 serpent seals, and I cleared Alexander 10 times. I just thought the 1,000 collectible thing is fitting, or not fitting, important. I just realized I need 100 purple gatherers scripts to buy the master recipes 4, I think. I need the master recipe 6. I need master recipe 6. They don't actually have it here, but I need 100 purple scripts for that. So I probably shouldn't have spent that extra script on the level 60 gear, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and farm this stuff for that, and then I'll figure out what I actually need for all this stuff. Okay, so it's a bunch of just botanist stuff, and then something that also costs crafter scripts, so I do need to farm more scripts regardless. So yeah, I need to go farm more scripts. To make food, I need more scripts as well. Scripts and a bunch of farming, botanist materials. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and farm more scripts. I'm probably gonna try to find a more efficient way to farm more scripts. And then begin using botanists to farm for my Imam by Yildi, because that's spell speed food, which is what I want for whether I want to play Black Mage or Summoner, I believe. It's what I want at level 70. Basically, I should probably also get more Gather scripts in order to get better Gather gear, to gather things more efficiently. It's probably also pretty important. Alright, I have gotten all of the Gather script gear, excluding the Fisher ones. That's like all the botanist stuff too. So I should be able to gather as efficiently as possible. Now I'm going to... What's that they say 3? Oh, because of the weapon. Now I am going to go collect all of the items that I need to make more crafter scripts in order to get both the crafter materials to make food as well as in order to buy the folklore book so I can make the food that I need for my spell speed build. So yeah, this is huge though. I actually got all the level 70 gathering gear from scripts. At some point for all of this stuff, I'll upgrade it to like the actual crafting best. But for right now, for the purposes of what I want to do, I believe I'm fine with just the base level script gear. But yeah, time to go collect stuff in order to get more crafter script now. Okay, I have gathered enough materials to make 100 of the collectible I want to make, the gather collectible. But it is the next day, and I spent the majority of said day farming collectibles. But I want to go ahead and get these roulettes out of the way on Samurai because I don't want to waste the day's roulettes just not doing them. And then after that, I'll go back to my crafting and go ahead and get all the gear that I can, as well as... No, I'm not getting any gear. Now I'm just getting materials for food and pots, as well as getting the master recipe book so that I can make the food. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and queue up for said roulettes and get them out of the way. Alright, we got Snowcloak for the high level dungeon roulette. This is going fine, but I think I actually forgot to do my job quest to unlock all my abilities on Samurai. I feel like there's more level 50 abilities, but I'm not sure. I'll do them after this. I'm fairly certain I had some job quests available and I was just like, oh, I'll do them whenever I get to them. I also actually have my job bar hidden behind this hotbar, which I didn't mean to do. But I'll fix that whenever I go to do the job quests after this. Alright, yeah, that went smoothly and we got a level up, but again, I definitely need to go do the job quest as well as fix my UI. Alright. I did the quest. It didn't actually unlock me anything, but I moved my job gauge, my king key gauge. I'm gonna go hop back into leveling roulette now. Also, a lot of the materials for the food requires me to have quite a high level botanist. A lot of them are like level 50 actually, so I'm hoping I can get it up to level 70 farming a lot of the lower level stuff. and then just like farm a lot of the higher level stuff after I get it to that point, since I already have gear for that as well. I'm gonna be pretty excited once I start getting that. And later on I need to finish leveling my alchemist and start making pots as well, which is gonna probably take even more crafter scripts. We're gonna spend a lot of time farming materials for crafter scripts. That is what it is. Pots are probably gonna be the biggest thing that I'm gonna end up spending a lot on, especially for like once we start doing Omega Savage. I think then potting is going to be important, but I might not pot for anything lower than that. Even then, I feel like other people's DPS might carry us enough that like I don't really need to pot, because my gear is not going to be that good compared to other people's. Another Hawk Manor with 3 sprouts. It's an uneventful Hawk Manor. People just listen to me. So. My friends are talking about doing the Great Hunt Extreme Mine, so I want to go ahead and unlock that. It's just like 1 or 2 quests. So alright, I have the Great Hunt unlocked. So gonna hop in the Great Hunt Extreme. Great, the Great Hunt pop. Right, and that one off without a hitch. There was a bunch of people in here complaining about getting Wrathwars, presumably for their like mount farm. Also, one of the healers died, and the other healer didn't raise them, so I just ended up raising them myself, and then Pepe hands, but it is what it is. At least now I can get Rathalos EX. Alright, and I've got the Great Hunt Extreme, so back to roulettes now that I have that for whenever they want to do shit. The main scenario roulette is taking quite a while to pop. Hopefully the Alliance Raid roulette doesn't take this long. It might take longer, to be fair, but I guess there's not much after I do Alliance Raid roulette, because the only other thing that I can do is trial, and it's just back to the crafting hell. But it should be done for right now with the gathering script. I should have enough to make quite a bit of food, as well as get the book that I need. But past that, I need to gather a million other things to make the food, as well as to make pots, but I'm not prioritizing making pots all that much. Not yet. I still need to level my elk the rest of the way to 70. Alright, that finally popped. Of course I get Praetorium. I feel like I'm getting Praetorium more than anything, which is weird because on my main I get like ported Ekimana more than anything. That was the least eventful Praetorium of all time. We just sat around and talked about RuneScape. Alright, we got Labyrinth of the Ancients from Alliance Raider Lab. That was the most eventful Labyrinth of the Ancients ever. Alright, I need Master Culinarian 6 to make my food, and I finally have enough scripts for it, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. And then I'll spend the rest of this on the mat for food. Actually, I want to spend some of it on gear, but I don't remember how much that'll cost. Only level 60 gear. This is all individual job shit too. Yeah, never mind. If it's an individual job shit, I'm just gonna continue doing, I'll go ahead and grab this one. That's what I'll do. And then I'll spend the rest on the mat that I need. And then I'll go ahead and make the rest of the crafting materials that I have. These ones should give me another 40 of these, and then keep trading it in and keep getting mats. And then I should have enough script mats for like quite a lot of food, which is, what is that mat? Crimson Pepper, I think. Crimson Pepper is what I need. Yeah, Crimson Pepper is what I need. So that's probably some level 70 materials, I imagine. Yeah, level 70 materials. This is Crimson Pepper. We'll buy like 300 of them or something. And then yeah, I'll spend the rest of these on that material, and then I'm gonna actually go do my roulettes, and then I'll come back and farm the rest of the mats for my food, and then I'll finally have combat food. Also, all the coils and stuff I did last night, the Ifrit, none of it went very well. We didn't clear anything, but that's just how she goes sometimes. What can you do? Okay, and that has given me over 500 Crimson Pepper, which I think equates, with all the other materials, equates to like 500 food, and I might not make all of that right now. I might hold on to a lot of this and make other food with it. Whenever I want to play something else, if I want to play something else, but for right now, my spell speed food will work great for both Black Mage and Summoner, which are the 2 jobs I really want to play. So yeah, we have that. Because I imagine like all the food uses the same like food map. There's probably a different, like maybe the recipe broth or something is used for potions, but for food, we have a billion of those materials, so that's really good. I think I might go ahead and do roulettes now. No, I kind of want to go ahead and get some food mats, just for, like, to have them whenever I go to do, like, if I get sucked into doing something later. I'm not sure if I will, but I think I kind of want to go ahead and get that, just so that I can be like, oh, yeah, I have this for when and if I need to go do it. So I'm gonna go get some of the food mats, I think, just so I can have some food if we decide to do extremes later tonight, and then I'll do extremes after bad. I've never done custom deliveries before, but I just did 3 of them and got like a level and a half. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to collect the rest of these, if that's the case. I forgot that that's like probably one of our bigger achievements, and went ahead and did them. But yeah, I got my first thingy. There's multiple people. I'm not even sure how this works. I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely a lot of stuff to do here, so I'm sure I'll look into it more later. Okay. So I've actually collected enough materials for spell speed food for about like 200 serving, but I still haven't done my roulettes. So I want to go do my roulettes both because I want to get the samurai XP and because I have no gil. I'm broke as fuck, so I'm gonna go do that really quick. But I want to spend some of my tomestones because my tomes are capped and spend them on more Sam gear. So I'm gonna head over to Foundation with the last of my gil and buy some level 60 gear. That way I have like a full set whenever I reach 60. And then after that, I'm gonna start queuing up for roulettes. Oh, I should probably do... No, I need to do the roulette first so I can get gil for teleports for the quest. Kinda sad, isn't it? But yeah, I guess I'll queue up for leveling roulette first. No, I suppose I'll do high level dungeon first because it's higher up on my list, but do leveling roulette after that. Hopefully get some gil going on. At the very least, I'll get some stuff from expert delivery. For high level dungeon, we got Keeper of the Lake. I mean, it had to be an AR one, so it's not gonna be anything that amazing. And that was a pretty uneventful Keeper of the Lake. Alright, leveling roulette next. Got like 8.5k. That's pretty poggers. Alright, and for my trial roulette, we got Halatali, the classic. That's really weird. On that first boss, like, I kept hitting buttons and it just wasn't doing damage for it. And I didn't see any like ads or anything. I kind of like DC'd in the middle of it, but it happened like even before and after the DC. Yeah, I guess it was all just because of a DC. Yeah. Aside from the weird DC in the first part, as a Halatali if I've ever seen one. Alright, on to main scenario. After this, I'm gonna craft that spell speed food that I want. And then after I craft the spell speed food that I've spent days leveling up and collecting all the mats for, I'm gonna go level the rest of my crafters in the diadem, hog crazy, and then we'll be able to repair our own gear, and then I can move on to whatever else I want to do. I believe my next priority is probably gonna be working on Eureka weapons, but I'm gonna finish this part leveling up all my crafters. That's where I want to finish this episode. Yeah, Porta Deki mana in the normal raid. It's exciting. I haven't gotten this one in a while. Most eventful caster Porta Deki mana ever. Kidding. It was not. It was another Porta Deki mana. Got a Labyrinth of the Ancients for Alliance Raid Roulette. People are complaining about it, like it's something new. The Labyrinth of the Ancients went about as expected. I'm gonna get back to crafting all my food materials so I can get back to leveling other crafters. I got almost 300 spell speed food. That's cool. I want to go ahead and level my other crafters that are below 70. So I want to level my carpenter, my blacksmith, and my leatherworker. Or sorry, below 60. So I can repair my gear. I kind of, it doesn't really matter what order I do it in. But I kind of want to just start with the carpenter. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, I have a ton of food for whenever my friends want to do more content. So that's really, really cool. And I have more mats, at least I have more of the tombstone mat, whenever I want to make food for either, well, I think the only other food is just the determination food, but still, where even is that mat? I know it's in here somewhere, but I don't know where the fuck it is. It's not a... Anyway, I'm gonna go into diadem and start farming for the other mats that I need to level, probably starting with my carpenter. Oh, I need to do normal logs for my carpenter to get it to 20 though, but yeah. I'm gonna do carpenter, then leatherworker, then the other one, blacksmith. My friends needed an extra DPS to like spam leveling bullshit with them, so I'm gonna go ahead and unlock machinists and start doing it with them because they're like level 25 and fuck it, why not? I unlocked my machinist and I'm ready to join the gang. And my friend had some roulettes that they were gonna start doing to level up their summoner for like trial stuff, and I was like, I might as well join them. So this is the other job that I wanted to like kind of focus on leveling up. So yeah, we got Ifrit normal for some reason. It was a fairly uneventful Titan normal, or Ifrit normal we had for their leveling rhythm. We're gonna go level spam for Hawk Manor to level them. We're trying to do no healer 1000 Maws of Totorak. This might go really bad, I'm not gonna lie to you. I told him to pull big once and it did not go well. That was surprisingly easy. I thought that these low level dungeons would be harder to do without a healer. Time for my favorite dungeon, Brave Flock's Long Stop. Okay. So I have sat here and leveled all of my crafters I had left below level 20 to level 20, so I can go to the diadem and level them up through that. So that is the current next plan, is to go to the diadem and farm the materials to level up these guys and then get to crafting. And I think I'll prioritize just getting them all to 70 since I'm so close on most of them and I only have like 3 jobs left that I don't. But we'll see how long that takes. I think it'll be fine. At the very least, I want to get them all to 60, but I think I'll prioritize getting them all to 70. And again, like Fisher, I'm just gonna do using ocean fishing. That'll take very little time, and it's just kind of a vibe. I believe that's the most efficient way to level Fisher. I'm not really sure, but that's normally what I've done whenever I go to level that job. But for the rest of these, I'm just using diadem because there's so many achievements for diadem. But yeah, that's the plan. Gonna go into figure out what I need to gather for each of these and get to picking up the materials. Okay, so for carpenter and for leather worker both, I need these sky builder switches. So I'm gonna get a ton of those. And then for blacksmith, I need more iron ore, which I believe is also what I use for goldsmith, which I can use to level up goldsmith the rest of the way. No, it's iron sand. I know there's one of these other ones that used iron ore. Was it alchemist? It might have been alchemist. No, it also uses iron sand. Maybe there's none of the other ones left that still use iron ore. But yeah, so I'm gonna need a bunch of iron ore, a bunch of iron sand, and the most of the switches, which makes sense because I swear there was 2 of these jobs that already used iron ore. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna go get a bajillion switches and half that many iron ore. And then I'm probably also going to need to get more of these things. Definitely more wind shards at the very least. Okay, I have spent a ton of time today getting the majority of the crafts that or not crafts, but materials that I need to level up the rest of my crafters, but it's getting pretty late and I don't want to keep procrastinating doing my roulettes, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them out of the way so I can get the guild from them and level up a few things. Also last night when I was doing dungeon spam with my friends, I got my machinist to 42, so I think I'll go ahead and hop in to leveling roulette with that and then just do all the other ones on samurai, because I think that's the only roulette that I can actually do with the low level machinist. I'm almost done gathering to level up my crafters the rest of the way, so that's pretty exciting, but I just want to make sure I actually do these roulettes so I don't just not do them at all today. Oh, I actually have a job quest I didn't realize about, so I'm gonna go do that really quick and then I'll do the roulette. From leveling roulette, we got stone vigil, so maybe I'll get some loot from this. We wiped in an interesting way. I couldn't really tell you why it happened, but it happened. What can you do? At least most of those mobs should be done now. Could have been like a mid problem or something, I'm not sure. Alright, it's over. I think I got like 3 levels up from that. There's a lot. Yeah, I got 3 levels up from that. Unfortunately, I still can't move on to the other roulettes, but it's fine. I can do them on Samurai and get the XP still. Not entirely missing out. That wipe was really interesting. Also, the tank didn't wait for the ninja was watching the cutscene, and they just pulled the last boss, which kind of sucks for them. But it is what it is. I'm gonna move on to high level dungeon. From my high level dungeon roulette, I got Keeper of the Lake again. So I get this every fucking day. I guess I'd rather have this than a lot of like... Oh, it's because I don't have a lot of like the post-AR shit unlocked, like the optional dungeons. It's probably why I keep getting Keeper of the Lake actually. I had no idea that the AR relics give you this title that's just the letter Z for Zeta. That's interesting. I've genuinely never seen them before. But you learn new things every day, I guess. I'll have that title at some point. On the main scenario roulette, probably first. Might want to prioritize Alliance Raid actually, because it's just getting rather late. Yeah, it's been fine. Gonna go do Crystal Tower, I think. And then I'll do main scenario roulette. I really want to get the rest of these gatherers done. That way I can finish leveling up my stuff so I can stop spending gil on repairs all the time. Especially since I can't even request repair. Like, I'll be so much better off once I can actually start doing raids and shit. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do Alliance Raid roulette. Because it's getting rather late and I don't want to miss my opportunity to get a party for it. We got World of Darkness from roulette. One of the DP brother. Really? Half my party left. Like, the second we got in a cloud of darkness? Wild stuff, man. I've never actually fucking seen that many people leave the second we get in Crystal Tower. That's fucking ridiculous. Like, I cannot think of a better way to put that. They're obviously the casual type that's like, oh, it doesn't matter how fast we go. I don't want to do Crystal Tower over doing any other alliance raid. But they just Q dodged. I don't know, like I understand one or two people leaving, but the fact that the whole, like half of the alliance left, that's so wild to me. Casually Q dodging for a slower raid. Alright, that was a Crystal Tower. I got a achievement of some kind. I don't even know what that is. What is that achievement? Bushido Blade. Oh, is that just level 60? Yeah, it's just level 60. I'm gonna go do main scenario roulette. Hopefully not half the fucking party dodges that. Yet another Praetorium from main scenario roulette. Yeah, it is what it is. It'll be over when it's over. It really sucks that so many good glams are like cash shop items. Yeah, I saw this Lullafell with the Moogle Baza and I was like, oh, that's pretty cute. And then I remembered it's just a cash shop item. Bump bump. I don't know, I'm sure I'll get more cute clothes for my Lala as I play more in this. Alright, the Praetorium ended. Easy. I want to call them the cute Lullafell even though they don't even have a portrait. Time for trials and normal raids, then back to farming. Probably finish this part whenever I get all my crafters to level 70. Oh boy, my favorite. That's sitting and waiting. I think the ad for a good like 2 or 3 minutes. I don't know what the tank was doing. He was vibing. Right, easy. 2 cycle Bismarck. I'm gonna level up. Level 61 now. All crazy. No, let me calm somebody, man. Should probably do my job quest before I go and do level 60 normal raid roulettes. So that's what I'm gonna do really quick. Do my few job quests that I've unlocked. My friends are being Bowl of Embers, so I'm in here. I'm doing the Bowl of Embers again. Hopefully that goes good. And we are in the Bowl of Embers. My friends unlocked this dungeon, and they wanted to do it since the Ifrit party we had kind of exploded. I thought we were gonna do more Ifrit, but apparently not. We're doing some random Heavensward dungeon. We're doing it. It's called the Fractal Continuum. I haven't done it yet, so it's the free achievement. I forgot what dungeon this was until I got in it, and then I remembered it's this dumb one with like a bunch of teleporters and shit. The easy one pulled in. Just kidding, people died a lot, but it is what it is. Okay, so I have enough materials to get my armor to level 70, to get my carpenter to level 70, and probably get my leatherworker at least to level 60 after getting my carpenter to level 70. So I also believe I have enough to get my alchemist the rest of the way after that, but I did not do the extra collecting for that yet. But for all this other stuff, I've even done the extra collecting for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and head back to my home world, get to crafting those, and I'll update with each one that I get to 70. Making big progress here. That was a lot of gathering. I know this is probably the least efficient way I could possibly do this, but I just wanted to get it done, man. I wanted to get it done so I could repair my own gear and stop spending like all of my gil on repairs. And so that I could repair my gear like mid-combat as well. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to my home world and get to crafting these. Alright, just a quick update. I've gotten everything to 60 at this point, excluding Alchemist, but that's fine. I already have the materials leveled up the rest of the way up. So I can officially repair any gear on the account without paying for it, aside from just using the dark matter. So that's pretty boggers. Alright, and I've officially gotten the first crafter to level 70. Got my armor up to level 70. Gonna do... I'm not sure if I'm gonna do leatherworker or carpenter next. I believe I'm gonna have to go farm more switches to keep going once I get one of them to 70, but Yeah, I got my armor at a 7, or my blacksmith to 70, that's poggers. Alright, now my carpenter is at level 70 as well. I'm getting there. My script got capped, and I don't really know what I want to buy, but I think I'm just gonna get one of the mounts. Get the albino phone. I don't even remember what that mount is, but... Oh, it's the sheep. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got one of the mounts. I probably should have spent it on, like, materia or something, I don't know. But yeah, I'm hoping that the materials I have left for this craft, I don't think it will be, but I have enough to make like 15 more, I think. 15 more of these crafts. I'm hoping that that'll be enough to get me all the way up to level 70, so I don't have to get any more switches, but we'll see. Yep, it was actually the perfect amount. My leatherworker is now at 70. I need to get a few extra materials for both my goldsmith and my alchemist to get them the rest of the way to 70. But after that, I will finally actually have all my crafters at 70, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, that wraps up my leatherworker to 70, so I gotta go figure out the other stuff that I need to go get. Almost done, almost done. While I was farming extra materials for my alchemist crafts, I found this A rank, but I can't solo it because, well, because I'm only level 70 and I don't have a tank. I'm gonna have to hop on my main and actually tank it. But yeah, the ARR A rank. Alright, and I got the A rank done. Went and tanked it on my main. Log back out of the main now. Alright, and there's level 70 alchemist as well. All that's left now is goldsmith, and I should already have all the mats for that, so after I turn in the rest of these, I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on that. Bro, I just yapped for like 5 minutes. I've gotten all of my crafters to level 70 now, and that is where I wanted to call the end of this, but I also got this achievement, which is for getting all the crafters to level 70. It's pretty cool. I'm glad that I finally got this done because it means that I can craft whatever I want now, and I can repair whatever I want as well. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about that. But that is where I wanted to call this part. I believe next part is going to be starting to work on Eureka and working on my first relic because it's my best in slot no matter what I want to play. But yeah, that's awesome. I got this. Thanks for watching, I suppose. For the fisher, I will come back later and just do it through ocean fishing because that's the way that I've always done it and it doesn't take that long. It's rather chill. But yeah, thanks for watching.